Today I want to explain why Evolving Skies is still an amazing investment right now. So full disclosure, before I start this video, I have always been very transparent on this channel, and a lot of times I get hurt for it, but I just like to be transparent. I don't like to lie or put up a front for you guys. Every single time I talk about Evolving Skies, I have said this, that I think Evolving Skies is still a great pickup, but I'm not picking up any myself. Now, I know that's contradictory. Like, if it's an amazing investment and you're saying that it is, why are you not picking up any yourself? And I've explained this many times. It's because I have a limited amount of capital. I don't have just a ton of money flowing in where I can just spend on Pokemon. I have a limited amount of money. So for me, I'm really not willing to spend $700 on one booster box when I can pick up Lost Origin. I can pick up like 3 or 4. So that's just me. But if you want to diversify and you don't have Evolving Skies booster boxes right now and you have money, I think Evolving Skies is still a great pickup. So that's why, I'm not picking up any myself, but that's why I'm still saying it's an amazing investment. And I know, like, you guys are probably gonna, say in the comments, oh, this guy's talking about all this stuff and he's not even doing it himself. But I'm just being honest with you. That's why I'm not doing this. But if I had the money, trust me, I would buy Evolving Skies booster boxes right now if, I didn't have any. Because right now I don't have any. But I just don't have the money to be able to spend on these booster boxes. So that's why I'm personally not picking up any myself. But if you do not have any Evolving Skies booster boxes, or you just want more, and you have money to spend on, Evolving Skies booster boxes at this price point, and you're kind of contemplating, thinking about, oh, should I buy it or not? I think it's still a great pickup right now, even at $700. Now, I know that might be kind of crazy to say. A lot of people are going to say that at this price point with the booster box is new, all it's going to crash, or, a booster box is expensive, it's going to be hard to sell. But people are thinking too much, because when you look at Evolving Skies and the strength of Evolving Skies, I don't see the risk. And when you also compare it to a set that I like to compare it to from Sun and Moon era, I think it's very similar because the price of the cards are almost identical. And just, that performance of both these booster boxes, they're very similar. They're both super outliers of each era. And I think, Evolving Skies can follow a similar trend to this other booster box. So, Evolving Skies right now is $700. Now, it is almost impossible to find Evolving Skies booster boxes for under market. It is like impossible. And that's because Evolving Skies just has so much demand now, and just supply is shrinking. I remember a few months ago, you could get these for lower 600s, but now you can't. They're all $700, and you can go on eBay too. It is almost impossible. Maybe you can get them for $680, $690. But other than that, everyone is selling them for market or more because there's just so much demand, and supply is drying up. Believe it or not, I mean, this box is $700. So a lot of, these Evolving Skies booster boxes have been open. A lot of people, have bought them, and just, there's less supply on the market now. So just to show you on TCG Player, you can see here, none are selling for even market price. This one, you can't even really count it. So the cheapest one on TCG Player is $725 if you include shipping. So it is pretty crazy to see this with Evolving Skies booster boxes. But I think it just has more room to grow than just this. And even when you look at sales data, and this is just TCG Player, a lot of more expensive boxes get sold on eBay. Just keep that in mind. But you can still see here, obviously, there's been some price manipulation with the TCG chart, because you can see here with a lot of, sales, people just, have booster packs just listed under booster box, which is unfortunate. But you can see a good amount of booster boxes do get sold. Like, it's not like these aren't selling every single day, because they are. But definitely on eBay, you're going to get more accurate sales data for that. But Evolving Skies, still at $700, I think is great. And just other than the booster box, Elite Trainer boxes have been performing great for the past couple months. It's been honestly pretty insane. I remember a few months ago they were around 120. Now a lot of these Elite Trainer boxes, both variants, you can see like the prices kind of fluctuate. Like, this says 179, this one says 155. There's not that big of a difference. If you go on eBay, you can find these for around 150. That's about the market price for both of these. And it's pretty crazy to see how much these have gone up in price. They do sell more, some sell for 160, 170, but just to be fair, because I've seen it myself, you can buy these for around $150. So am I surprised that these Evolving Skies Elite Trainer boxes have shot up in price recently? Honestly, I'm kind of surprised, but at the same time, not really. Because if you look at how much the booster box of Evolving Skies has gone up for the past like 6 months, and you compare it to the Elite Trainer box was actually undervalued when the Evolving Skies booster box was going up in price. The Elite Trainer box really wasn't doing that much. And that's why I'm not super surprised that the Elite Trainer box did have its run up recently, because it was undervalued. But I think now other products of Evolving Skies are starting to catch up to the booster box, at least because some of these products weren't moving as much. But now I think Evolving Skies, since the booster box is so expensive, people are looking to pick up other products, and Elite Trainer boxes are basically the next best thing for to booster boxes. I guess Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes are there as well, but those are very expensive. So that's why I believe these Elite Trainer boxes have just gone up so much in price. It's because people are looking for other products of Evolving Skies to buy, and these Elite Trainer boxes were undervalued. So I'm not really surprised that these Elite Trainer boxes have gone up in value. But the last product I want to mention is Evolving Skies Sleeve Booster Packs. Now you can see the growth is actually very different from the Elite Trainer box and actually the Sleeve Booster. You can see these actually have kind of gone down. In my opinion, if you do the math, Sleeve Boosters of Evolving Skies, they go for around $20. The Elite Trainer box, I told you, you can get for around $150, $160. If you do the math on that, Evolving Skies Elite Trainer boxes, they have 8 booster packs. Sleeve boosters, you multiply by 8, it's going to be $160. So it's like, I would recommend, honestly, if you're going to pick up sleeve boosters, unless you just don't have the money, I think Evolving Skies Elite Trainer boxes are, better to buy than sleeve boosters. I know these have their premium because they have the cardboard sleeve, but I think Elite Trainer boxes are going to probably, do a little bit better than the sleeve booster in the long run, and I think they're just going to be more sought after. So if you are looking to pick up an Evolving Skies product and you have a couple $100s, I would recommend the Elite Trainer box over the sleeve boosters, just because you can get the same amount of packs for the same money with an Elite Trainer box, and you get all the other products, and you get a nice display piece versus just loose packs. So that's just my opinion on that. So now, I want to compare it to the next set that I'm going to show you guys here, is Team Up. Now, with Team Up, I've compared these two a lot, actually, Evolving Skies and Team Up. And I know they're different eras. I know print runs are different. I know all these other things. But the same similarity that these two have is that they're both outliers in their era. Team Up is the most expensive booster box from the Sun and Moon era by far. The next one is Cosmic Eclipse, which is like $1,000. Evolving Skies is $700. The next closest thing is Sword and Shield base at like, what, 300, 350 now? So it is far outperforming any other set. So that's why I like to compare the two. And when you look at the cards in each of these sets, the prices of the cards are actually very similar. So I just want to show you guys this, because I don't know if some people like just kind of count this out as a comparison, because they are kind of different. But other than that, you can see what the prices, they're very similar. So first, I just want to show you guys, booster boxes of Team Up are basically impossible to find for about like market price here that it shows, because if you actually look at the listings, it's like $4,000 is the cheapest. But other than that, you can see here the cheapest one, is like $2,750, and this doesn't count because this is like probably a fake one. But you keep scrolling down, it is almost impossible to find these for around that price. So the market price for these booster boxes is probably closer to $3,000. That's probably around what it is. So here's the comparison I want to make between the two. Look at the prices of the cards, the top chase cards and everything under. Just look at the prices, and arguably, I'm also going to mention this as well when we go look at Evolving Skies, but just look at the prices. And then let's look at Evolving Skies. Look how similar the prices are. I can go back and forth and you can look at them. They are pretty identical, and even Evolving Skies has more expensive cards than Team Up. Even, the top chase card is more expensive in Evolving Skies. Even the second, chase card is more expensive. And arguably, in my opinion, I think the artwork in Evolving Skies is way better than Team Up. And you can see some of these, Team Up cards that are like $100 are just like rainbows. So, just in my opinion, longevity, people chasing after these cards, I think Evolving Skies at $700 a booster box is still a great pickup because Team Up is like $3,000, and Team Up is only a few years older than Evolving Skies. Now, I'm not saying that Evolving Skies is going to hit $3,000 in a few years. I'm not saying that, but just looking at all the data we've seen from, the strength of Evolving Skies, Team Up, which is, comparatively to Evolving Skies, they're both outliers in their era, and looking at these prices of these cards, I think, just saying that $700 for Evolving Skies booster box right now is a bad pickup, I don't think anyone could even say that, because when you compare these two, they're very similar, and we see how expensive Team Up booster boxes are. And I think Evolving Skies is going to follow a same trend within the next few years here, that it's going to perform very well. And people that are looking at Evolving Skies right now at $700 a booster box and are thinking about picking it up, and they don't end up picking it up because they think $700 is too expensive, wait in 2 to 3 years from now. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen. In 2 to 3 years from now, I wouldn't be surprised if Evolving Skies booster boxes are $1,500 to $2,000. I really wouldn't be surprised in 2 to 3 years if that happens. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I just wouldn't be surprised, because when you look at all this data, wouldn't be surprising that it happens. So that's all I want to say today, is that if you are thinking about buying an Evolving Skies booster box right now because you don't have any or you just want more, I think it's still a great pickup. But like I said, personally, I just don't have the money. I'm not buying, these myself. I think for my position and how much money I have, there's other things I'd rather buy. But still, if you have the money and you want some, I think now is still a great time. I don't really see these really going down in value, especially now we are in such a bull market. I think just, the next few months here, wouldn't be surprised if these keep going up. But not trying to cause any FOMO, obviously. But just if you're thinking about it and you have the money, I just wouldn't think too much. Just, because you're going to regret it. I'm telling you, in a few years from now, you're going to regret it. So that's all I want to say today. So hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys on the next one.